Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Janet Jackson, a name inseparable from diversion greatness, is a demonstration of the convergence of ability, difficult work, and familial impact, with a total assets of $180 million. Janet Jackson remains quite possibly the most persuasive figure in the diversion industry. As the most youthful individual from the eminent Jackson family, she was submerged in a melodic climate from an early age, an element that certainly molded her renowned lifetime. The essential second in Janet Jackson's profession came in 1986 with the arrival of her collection Control. This collection was something beyond an assortment of tunes. It was a statement of freedom and self-strengthening with its mix of pop R&B and dance music. Control resounded with crowds all over the planet. It delivered a series of hit singles that ruled the outlines as well as likewise established Jackson's situation as a significant power in the music business. The 1991 marking of a noteworthy contract with Virgin Records checked one more critical achievement in Jackson's profession. The arrangement, esteemed between $32 and $50 million, was quite possibly the biggest throughout the entire existence of the music business at the time. This agreement not only highlighted her business allure yet likewise set another benchmark for craftsman remuneration featuring her impact. Also, the worth of her commitments to music. Janet Jackson's show visits turned into a significant type of revenue and further settled her as a worldwide hotshot. Her musicality country world visit, furthermore, Janet World Visit were not just imaginative victories, yet additionally monetary triumphs. The musicality country world visit specifically was praised as the most effective presentation visit in history at that time. These visits exhibited her dynamic exhibitions and excellent ability to entertain, contributing fundamentally to her significant total assets. Janet Jackson's venture, from a humble community young lady in Gary, Indiana, was brought into the world on May 16, 1966. Janet was the most youthful of 10 youngsters in the eminent Jackson family. Her siblings, known as the Jackson Five, had proactively made a huge effect on the music world in Walk 1969, when the Jackson Five marked a significant recording contract with Motown. The Jackson family migrated to the Enino neighborhood of Los Angeles, making way for Janet's own ascent to distinction's first experience with the media outlet, which came ahead of schedule in 1976. She started performing close by her kin on the theatrical presentation. The Jacksons. This experience was the platform for her burgeoning profession by the late 1970s and mid-1980s. Janet Jackson was causing disturbances as an entertainer with prominent jobs in TV comedies like Great Times 1977 and Another Sort of Family 1979-1980. Her initial acting achievement laid a solid starting point for her future attempts. Anyway, Janet Jackson's profession took an essential turn when her dad and director, Joseph Jackson, organized a recording contract with IBM Records. This move denoted the start of her change from acting to music under A&M's administration. Janet delivered her initial two collections, Janet Jackson 1982 and Dream Road 1984. Notwithstanding these underlying endeavors, it was evident that Janet required a new bearing until 1986. Janet Jackson made a striking move by cutting off her business attachments with her and striking out on her own. This choice prompted the arrival of her third collection, Control. The collection was a game-changer for Jackson, including a more metropolitan and modern sound than her past. Works Control was met with basic and business praise for acquiring Janet Jackson. 6 board grants, 3 Grammy selections, and 4 American Music grants out of 12 selections. This collection was not only an achievement, it was an assertion of her freedom and imaginative development. Jackson's next collection, Beat Country 1814-1989, further cemented her spot in the music industry with its momentous sound and socially cognizant subjects. The collection arrived at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and was affirmed 6 times platinum by the RIAA. Mood Country 1814 left a mark on the world by delivering number 1 hits across 3 different schedule years, an accomplishment that was phenomenal at the time. The music video for the title track Cadence Country became famous with its strong symbolism and movement. Laying out Jackson as a design symbol, the long rendition of this video even procured her a Grammy grant, further establishing her status as a main figure in Diversion. The Beat Country World visit through 1990 specifically was a milestone. The occasion, it was praised as the best presentation visit in history. What's more, set a standard for the quickest sellout at Japan's Tokyo Arch. This visit was not simply a business achievement, yet additionally, a demonstration of Jackson's uncommon dramatic skill and allure following the finishing of her agreement with A&M Records. Jackson marked a worthwhile arrangement with Virgin Records, which denoted a new section in her profession, the main collection under this new agreement. Janet 1993 was an amazing achievement. It appeared at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and turned into a defining work of the 1990s. The collection delivered 5 number-1 singles. With That Is the Manner in Which Love Goes procures a Grammy grant for Best R&B Melody. The collection's prosperity established Jackson's status as a main power in popular music, expanding on this force. Jackson delivered The Velvet Robe in 1997. This collection additionally appeared at number 1 on the Announcement 200 and was guaranteed triple platinum by the RIAA, connoting north of 3 million units sold in the U.S. alone. The Velvet Rope has sold more than 8 million duplicates around the world. Furthermore, it is commended for its reflective topics and creative sound at the 1999 World Music Grants. Jackson was regarded with the Legend Grant, perceiving her extraordinary contributions to the pop music industry. Announcement positioned her as the second-best craftsman of the decade, simply behind Mariah Carey. A demonstration of her strength in the music scene, in April 2001, Jackson delivered her 7th studio collection, For You. This collection appeared at number 1 on the Billboard 200 with 605,000 duplicates sold in its most memorable week, a vocation high for Jackson, and one of the greatest first-week deals by a female craftsman at the time. The collection was affirmed twofold platinum by the RIAA and preceded Jackson's dash of business achievement. Jackson's 8th studio collection, Dita Joe, was delivered in WAC 2004. Named after her center name, the collection appeared at number 2 on the Billboard 200. While the collection got blended audits, it was applauded for its sonic advancement and Jackson's vocal execution. Anyway, a few pundits took issue with the collection's provocative subjects a year after the fact that Jackson started chipping away at her 10 studio collection, 20 Yo, which was delivered in 2006. The collection appeared at number 2 on the Bulletin 200, yet gotten a blended gathering from pundits. What's more, the association of Jermaine Dupri, with a few commentators feeling it missed the mark on effect of her prior work. Jackson's contract with Virgin Records finished up. Furthermore, she endorsed with Island Records. Her 10th studio collection, Discipline, was delivered in February 2008, notwithstanding confronting difficulties, for example, being boycotted by a few radio broadcasts. The collection appeared at number 1 on the Announcement 200. The lead single, Input, arrived at number 19 on the Hot 100 and number N on the Pop Tunes diagram, displaying Jackson's persevering advance until 2015. Jackson delivered a strong collection that got positive surveys from pundits, including the Money Road Diary and the New York Times. The collection appeared at number 1 on the Announcement 200, making it her 7th number 1 collection in the U.S. that very year. Jackson accepted her initial selection for enlistment into the Wild Corridor of Distinction, proceeding with her tradition of live exhibitions. Janet Jackson left on the Janet Jackson An Extraordinary 30th commemoration festivity of Beat Country visit in 2019, praising the milestone collection Beat Country 1814 of every 2023. She sent off the Together Again visit further, exhibiting her enduring effect on the music business. Other projects. Janet Jackson's impact broadens well past the domains of music, mirroring her different abilities and pioneering soul. Her endeavors into film writing and business highlight her adaptability and effect in different fields. Jackson's introduction to acting started decisively with her 1993 film debut in Fitting Retribution, coordinated by John Singleton. Her exhibition as Equity, a young lady exploring life's difficulties with verse, denoted the start of her fruitful acting vocation. This was followed by remarkable jobs in movies such as Nutty Teacher 2 and Clusters 2000, where she was featured close by Eddie Murphy. What's more, For What Reason Did I Get Hitched? 2007, a Tyler Perry film, investigating complex connections and self-awareness. In 2010, Jackson showed up in For Shaded Young Ladies, a film variation of Aniki Shang's acclaimed play that dove into the battles and wins of African-American ladies. Notwithstanding her acting vocation, Jackson has made critical commitments to writing. In February 2011, she co-wrote Valid You, an excursion to finding and cherishing yourself with David Ritz. The self-improvement book offers a private investigation of Jackson's own battles with weight. Furthermore, self-assurance combined with moving letters from her fans. The book resounded with numerous perusers and immediately moved to the highest point of the New York Times hit list, further exhibiting Jackson's impact past the amusement world. Jackson's innovative undertakings uncover her aspiration and business discretion. She has had a huge effect as one of the spearheading female advertisers in Atlanta, demonstrating that orientation doesn't restrict one's capacity to acknowledge sell in the business world. Jackson Occasions and Amusement LLC practices big-name appointments and occasion advancements, highlighting her ability to oversee high-profile occasions.